Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ballchat. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ballchat podcast. My name is Benton. I'm man in the ship so far. Welcome to another episode of the show. Junior and Camon will join in at some point today. It's currently 5 minutes after the hour. We normally try to kick the show off at 5 o'clock. So we're going to keep it going, family. We're going to keep it going and just continue the show. And when Camon and Junior are ready, they'll jump in. Getting a notification here from Zoom. So big up to all the listeners. Welcome to Ballchat Podcast. As we say, this is a weekly show where we review some of the week's major news in the world of football. We have EPL action to discuss. We're going to discuss the Arsenal versus Liverpool game. Then we're going to take a look at Champions League games coming down, preview Champions League quarterfinals coming down this week. We'll take a look at Jamaican football. Reggae girls getting ready for a game coming up this week against Sheffield United. We'll discuss the Reggae girls as they get ready for that encounter. Not a preferred encounter, of course. Definitely would have loved for this team playing a national outfit, but it is what it is. I'm sure the Reggae girls fans will have a lot to say about this particular encounter. I think Camon is online. Camon, how you doing, family?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Long time no say welcome. Big up yourself. Junior is out and about, family, so you don't know we're going to get to it. Whenever he joins in, he joins in. You know, we want to keep it moving before Mr. Stewart. Big up Dalton Stewart, who always hold us a task to start on time. So big up. All right, as we always do, family, ballers and bugs. Ballers been impressive players of the week. Bugs been unimpressive players. Come on, who do you have as your ballers? And first and foremost, big up to all the listeners, all the viewers, all the subscribers. Thank you every week. Big up yourself. Thank you. I know some of you don't subscribe, but you listen week in and week out. Thank you for always tuning in. Come on, ball of the week. The Arsenal fans running in with their ballers of the week. Come on, ballers, who do you have?
Well deserved. For me, Aaron Ramsdale is my baller. And sometimes you hear me say I don't like when goalkeepers really are the ones who save them teams. That means the midfield and the defense, they're not working. But Ramsdale kept Arsenal in the running, in the game today with some exceptional saves. So I have to give it to him. Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa, I don't think he gets enough credit. I think he is single-handedly dragging Aston Villa along, with him. So he has been scoring week in, week out for Aston Villa. Isaac of Newcastle, I've always loved Isaac. I thought it was just really terrible that Chelsea did not go for him because he would be an asset. And Samuel, what is it, 2 weeks? Too easy.
And you don't have to take all the ballers. Leave some for you know. You don't have to. You don't have to mention all the ballers. Leave some for us, though.
I have not been on the show for a minute. Let me just get back. Let me get on the rhythm of my youth. So you know who matter? Samuel
Chukwueze
of Villarreal with an absolute screamer versus Real Madrid, which was good for me because I thought that Real Madrid scored all the goals versus Barcelona in the Copa del Rey semi-final. So that was good. So ballers for me, Aaron Ramsdale, Ollie Watkins, Isaac of Newcastle, and Samuel of Villarreal.
Junior, big up yourself, family. We know so we can't hear, but you're not on camera. We're going to get you on camera in a second. How you doing, family?
Well, I'm good. Sorry I'm late, but I was out there at the Chelsea revival.
Well, Junior, you're coming in very loud, like extra powerful. I don't know what's going on with you and
I can't see my strength, for.
And your extra horn to them.
Oh, this sound though. That sound better?
Yes. You're a bit calmer. Ballers of the week, family. What do you have? And how you doing? Long time I don't see your family.
Well, I'm here. Like I said, I'm fresh off the Chelsea revival. Hopefully, my sound better. Ball of the week.
By the way, big up last week for holding on the fort. I heard you all the way in the bushes of Jamaica. Signal coming through strong last week. So big up yourself. I heard you all the way in the bushes, you know.
Yeah, man. But not a ball of the week. No ball of the week. None. Zero. Zilch. None.
You always foul. You always trying to be special. You just want people to notice you. All the ball games played this week. Ben score a hat trick. No baller. Erling Haaland score what? No baller. And you forward this week. No baller. Okay.
Benton, he has risen.
Jesus has risen. Just us. All right.
No, but on a serious note, though. On a serious note, though. Haaland scored 2 goals. I could give it to Haaland, but that is common sense. Come on, run with all of the ball them earlier when we could have called out. We could have called out Ten Hag for getting Manchester United back on track. We could call out.
Come on, Junior. You could
Hold on. I could call out Klopp for getting Liverpool back on track for that second half adjustment for having 2 games played in one day. We could call about that, but not count no ball of the week. Done. 0-0.
You took up that segment to say you have no ballers. Okay, let's continue ballers on. My ballers of the week. Come on, run away with all the ballers, but I want to highlight and emphasize Samuel Chukwueze. 2 spectacular goals against Real Madrid. Very, very big victory for Villarreal as they are trying to get into the Champions League spot. So big up to Samuel Chukwueze. I am not a fan of the Yellow Submarine, but I'm a huge fan of Samuel Chukwueze. Big up, big up, big up. And ball of the week to the old man himself. 75 years old, Harry Redknapp. Yes, I mean, let's go ahead and say...
Harry Redknapp?
But, I mean, there are winning football games, Crystal Palace that is, under the old man guidance. So he has to get a ball. Unlike some clubs that implemented or hired new managers, Crystal Palace has gotten the new manager bounce. Some clubs are still yet to get the new manager bounce. So ball of the week to Roy. To the one and only Mr. Redknapp himself. Is it Harry or Roy?
What a coach? And not Harry Redknapp, is Roy Hodgson, you know.
What's his name? Is this Roy? What's his name?
Roy Hodgson.
Roy Hodgson. Thank you.
The Penguin.
Thank you, family. Roy Hodgson. Is it Roy Hodgson? Where I get Harry Redknapp from?
Roy Hodgson. Hodgson. Come here, say Harry Redknapp. I know.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about Lampard. Remember, Harry Redknapp is Lampard uncle, you know, so a Lampard I think about. Why you think me not a baller? We yet to reach a bug. Wait, man.
My apologies. Thank you, listeners. Roy Hodgson, big up in yourself. The 75 years old man. Ball of the week.
Hold on there. Big up listeners.
Can I finish my ball?
No, me just tell you. Yes, about big up listeners.
Can I just finish? Can I 1 second? I mean, Crystal Palace has gotten a new manager bounce under the one Mr. Roy Hodgson. Charlton FC in the Jamaica Premier League is yet to get the new manager bounce, and Chelsea FC in the English Premier League is yet to get the new manager bounce. So Roy Hodgson, big up yourself. New manager bounce, ball of the week.
Leeds get the new manager bounce though.
Me done. Bugs of the week. Come on, go ahead.
No, Mama, Junior go on one. Junior like
all right.
Junior, go ahead.
All right. My first bug of the week goes to white privilege. And these are the views of Junior and everybody that is not of Caucasian color or rich. Bit of business what nobody wants to say. Frank stupid idiot Lampard is back at Chelsea just because of white privilege. It is foolishness, stupidity, craziness. How much black coaches out there that work and do them tile? Look pan my Brentford, not Brentford. What is that name? We're company coach. Burnley. Why when I hear Chelsea, I go to Burnley and I say, yo, company know what to take over Chelsea. How the hell you gone back to Lampard? This is white privilege. And Frank Lampard, you were a great footballer in your day at playing midfield for Chelsea. But the reason why England no win SH blank T is because of Frank Lampard and the mentality of, oh, you know, I'm defeated. I want to come back and I want to prove everybody wrong. Yo, grow some kahunas, man. I got Division 3 and bring a tell for Division 3 or Division 2. Me said last week, Chelsea have the best squad in the world. And check out pick up this idiot coach. Yo, white privilege, Frank Lampard. And Benton, you go give old man ball of the week. You see dirty Crystal Palace. You see every player will play for Crystal Palace. Other idiot. Other have a real coach in Patrick Vieira. Would have a real coach that require excellence, but Una could never perform like the way they perform for him again going to play against Leeds. And we for sit down and celebrate that? That's what you talk about ball of the week? You're mad. Madness.
It seems like you have a Patrick Vieira problem. Take it up with Vieira.
No, I have a player mentality problem.
Leave the old man alone.
No. Benton, I have a player mentality problem.
This is a senior.
Because we don't talk yet.
Oh, sorry.
Go to Liverpool.
My apologies.
Go to Liverpool. You give Man U 7 love. You come back and draw with the soon-to-be Premier League champion, Arsenal, 2-2, coming from 2-0 down, and played a completely different second half. How the hell you lay so much eggs in the season? How you in the top 3? But you want we to sit down and celebrate, you know? You're lucky to say I'm not a Liverpool. If I was a Liverpool fan, me and drive go to Anfield and throw a bag of egg over the fence. Because this is just madness. You cannot play good football on and off and say you are a professional footballer. The football minds of today, the young players today, they need to be professional at all times, and that's just what they want. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was Klopp, Mila resigned to them. Come in and say, no, will not take me for idiot. You can come out and play such a good second half against Arsenal. Miss penalty. Nunes miss easy goal and still find a way to come back and draw the game, but lose so much game in the early season? No. Mila stop coaching. We're done.
Come on, over to you, Bugs of the Week, family.
So I have to give Crystal Palace a bug. Only because, all right. So yes, team owners need coaches and teams to perform because it's a performance business, right? But if you look at the rest of Crystal Palace games, they're winnable games. Crystal Palace is 12th in the league. I don't think they're in trouble of being relegated. But I think they have winnable games. And for them to fire Vera and bring in Roy Ashes now, for him to look like he's the savior, is a little bit disingenuous for me. And I think Patrick Vera is a very good coach. And I hope, now that we're seeing where it's saying that what's his name? Jesse Marsh is turning down Leicester allegedly. I hope Leicester goes in for Patrick Vieira because he's a good enough coach. Because he has what it takes. Crystal Palace, they don't have an embarrassment of riches. So they're an average squad, and we must also point that Leeds is an averager squad because they got their little butts booked today. So Crystal Palace to me gets the bug. They should have stuck with Vieira. Also,
sorry, go ahead, come on. Sorry.
Okay. Alex, Ben and Valverde are also two bugs. I understand that Valverde is saying that Alex said something about his family's wife miscarriage, blah blah blah. But to go and wait for him at his car and then punch him in the face, I think that is ridiculous. And Alex now is taking this to the police, so it's now a police matter. So I think some people are hot-headed, and that was crazy. So two bugs. And I said Leeds is also my bug, showing that Jesse Marsh was not the problem. They're just an overrated B squad full of Americans. Juventus and Cuadrado and the referee and the entire stadium that racially abused Lukaku, kiss my bug, absolute bug, ridiculous bug. And as a referee, I watched the video of the referee to see what could have happened for Lukaku to get that second yellow card. That ultimately led to the red card. It couldn't be his celebration because we've seen that time and time again. He didn't take his shirt off. And I think it was expected after being abused by the crowd. So they get my bug. Of course, Chelsea get my bug. I mean, like I tell you, otherwise every time Chelsea play, I put $5 on the next side and it don't fail me yet. Chelsea is a bug. We're going to talk about Lampard's appointment later on in Benton's football recap. VAR and the referee association.
Ballchat football recap.
Yes. You are the head man. So VAR and the Ref Association coming up with an apology to Brighton in their loss to Tottenham. If I'm me like Brighton, I send back a letter, stick it up on a pigeon foot, where say bite me, because absolutely ridiculous. We've been seeing this time and time again. They cost them ultimately. I think that if they had been awarded that penalty, the tide would have turned, because I thought that Brighton was playing really good football. Well, goodish football. So the apology, I think, is just a day too late, and they get my bug. So those are my bugs. You want me to recap?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
All of it. Everybody get my bug.
You and Junior just way too far. Big up to the listeners. BM said I should step away from the white room. This is true. Absolutely true. Because I mix up Harry Redknapp with Roy Hutchinson. So
but guess what? To be honest though, they're two white old men.
I just want to clarify. Crystal Palace last won a game in December of 2022. Another one, Mr. Patrick Vieira. The old man took charge and they won the last two games. And you guys still felt like Crystal Palace.
When was the last game that they won?
They won. The last victory was December 30. Let me just look at this here.
Versus Bournemouth.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And you guys felt like Patrick Vieira should kept his job.
Yeah.
Trying to get bug-eye week.
No, listen to me. If this is the logic that we are going to use.
What logic?
The logic that because remember after that they drew games. So it's not like they were dropping points. After they won in December, they went on and them draw with Newcastle, them draw with Man U, them draw with Brighton, them draw with Brentford. So it's not like they were not getting points. They were getting points. But if we're going to use that logic, Benton, we're going to fling it through the window because I think that Arsenal going forward should be the model. If we are going to use this, we're going to talk about Arsenal and the bad form that they were on because Arsenal is a top 3 club, right? Not before this season. And they had issues with Arteta and they stuck with him. I am saying is this, Crystal Palace is not a top 10 club. Let us be realistic. It's an average club with average players, right? And if you're going to use this to say he has not won a game since whatever, and he's supposed to lose his job, look at the games coming up. These are winnable games. So now, if Crystal Palace go in now, and maybe we can also say that Zaha is one of the issues why Crystal Palace was not playing well because everybody wants to go through him. Today he was not on the pitch, even though it's Leeds, and they still won 5-1 without the marquee player. If you look at the games coming up for Crystal Palace, Southampton, Everton, Wolves, West Ham, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Fulham, Nottingham Forest, these are winnable games. And it is just unfair if this old man come in and they go and win these games, they get top. Patrick Vieira was not the issue because Crystal Palace was actually playing good football, goodish football.
Is this not a result business?
It is a result business,
okay,
but listen, but we have to taper. Listen, we have to taper our expectation. The only reason why people upset with the Chelsea thing is because Chelsea is a top 5 club. We
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
Exactly. And that's why we're upset. But if you see a team like Aston Villa, no, Aston Villa is over accomplishing. They are doing more than expecting. If Aston Villa, they're 11th and 12th, the fans are saying, oh my God, we want to win games. But, so it's the same thing with Crystal Palace. I just think that it's a result-based thing, but they pulled the trigger too quick. Unless it's the Russian on Crystal Palace, I just think it was a bad firing.
All right. Let me just give my bugs of the week, because I think you know the bug that's coming, and you try to go around it. And big up to our listeners them. Bugs of the week. Referees and the referee association and the referee unions. The refereeing is so poor from Bush League to Big League across the globe. I'm watching Jamaican League football, the referee poor. MLS, the referee poor. I watched Atlanta United game last night, the refereeing poor. Yesterday in the EPL, Brighton. How is that you can look at that stump on the foot of one Mr. Mitoma by Horberg and said that's not a penalty? But no, you're going forward today with an apology. Whosoever is in charge of coaching and teaching referees need to fix up.
Webb.
Need to fix up. The refereeing is so poor. Yo, you see if them at Jamaica run a corner there, I shot the buckle would have reached him.
Well, first of all.
Can I finish my bugs of the week, brother?
Well, don't do the bugs.
Sorry, soon get to the football roundup, And referees, fix up. So whosoever in charge of making sure that we have competent referees, come on, big up yourself.
You're wrong. You are wrong.
Fix up.
You're
Martin Caceres, the one that plays for LA Galaxy. You see him, Mr. Martin Caceres. So you have bug players and you have bug officials. The referee is at the VAR booth evaluating the player in the LA Galaxy game last night. And Mr. Martin Caceres went over and touched the referee upon his shoulder. When he wanted to dance with the referee, disrupting the man as him straight second yellow and picked up a red card. Martin Caceres gets a bug of the week. You don't interrupt the referee when they're at the VAR booth.
It's not interrupt. You do. They're taking up a stance on touching the referee.
All right. Can I finish my big Easter bug?
But I am kind of too fixed on the argument a little bit.
I don't want no interruption from the referee union members. All right, no interruption.
Benton, you can interrupt the referee. You can say something, but you cannot touch the referee.
All right. And then the final biggest bug, Mr. Constantine has what's his name? Hatsikides, who elbowed Robertson at halftime in the Liverpool game. Come on. Referees, fix up. Assistant referee, fix up. All right,
referees are frustrated. Referees are frustrated.
So, first of all, Benton, if that game was played in Jamaica, for the referee to get a damage on the battle, then people have to see the replay. So, I don't know who you think will put up TV and big screen.
In a stands have Eagle Eye who under bush tree. I want you. You know which countryman have an Eagle Eye, brother?
No. Second of all, you call Jamaica Football League, and no disrespect to Jamaican football, but it is what it is. If the field poor, if the players then we hear come on virally said a couple of weeks ago how the players are getting supported in the women league, think about the man them. Why we going to expect the referees them to have any substance? And you bring up MLS, which is a full league, and then you bring up EPL. I have said this from VAR came out. Everybody need to implement VAR the way how Europe implement VAR. If you think about it, there has not been one that come to mind, one instance or problem with VAR in Champions League that come to mind. We've had Barcelona complain about it. We've had PSG complain about it when Man U get the penalty at Paris. But it always ended right there. You know why? Nobody don't know what going behind the screen.
So
The day when
you rather we stay in ignorance and don't know what go on.
well, Benton, before VAR, we were all in ignorance because the referee have a
Exactly.
call and that's it.
But now
When the
you
referee,
have, because the video technology is not the problem, you know. It's the referees
okay, so
and their
Benton,
friends.
if
Brown
VAR is
envelopes.
in place, VAR is in place for
Junior,
5
you cannot,
years.
Junior, you cannot tell me that you know the rules. Come on, know the rules of this thing. We know the rules, and you see the evidence, and then you decide, say, boy, you're going to ignore the evidence. So you
It's not,
made a decision before the
don't get me
game plan.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. The call is bad. I agree. The problem is EPL opens the door for this kind of conversation. I've been said that from day one. We never seen a line a drop on TV.
This is not even about any line. I can understand the closeness of those delicate calls. But this is, even Cameron said that a straight penalty.
No, but Benton, VAR.
And Cameron never did even look on the VAR. She just look on it straight and say a straight penalty.
No, the rule is VAR is there for a clear and obvious error.
And that is quite
That's the rule.
Junior.
If
Because
you start no
Benton, about this is not.
Well, Benton, if one referee upon the field and everybody else around saying no, in my interpretation, that is wrong. The one referee will make the decision upon the field can say, me no care what you want to say. In my interpretation, that's not a foul. We move on.
So the objective of this thing is not to get the rule, the calls correct. Is that what we're
clear
doing?
Obvious?
But VAR is supposed to assist the referee. So the referee is supposed to make the calls, and VAR is supposed to back up or assist the referee.
Exactly.
But listen, I have always said this: the issue with refereeing is that it is the interpretation of the law. The law is there, you know. You will have 10 referees. 10. All right, when like if I go to class, you have 10 referees and we're having a discussion and there's something on the monitor. I can tell you that at least 6 referees will have one opinion and the other 4 will have a different opinion because it is in everybody's opinion. When I saw it, I thought it was a straight, clear penalty. Obviously, the other referees don't think so. But then no, the people who oversee them, the referee, had a different opinion. So VAR will never be right unless we're going to do the AI when they did at the World Cup, where everything was straight computer. Remember that? And until we have that, until we have the human behind the VAR, we're going to always have human error. And I agree with Jonah. Listen. What I not see art not leave. Because me not see no line draw and them come back and say, goal. I say, what you gonna do? We're just cuss and move on like the good old days. But no, we are privy to see in a VAR fridge. So we know a VAR think. If we say the VAR say we thirsty and VAR give us some water, we can't say VAR, you have orange juice on the fridge, we want it for drink. You take the water and you go on in your yard. That's just how it is. So I agree with Junior that the line drawing, take it away. So when you appoint the goal, we can't say the idiot boy, Kevin Friend, or the idiot boy up in the boot, and we just keep it moving.
I'm big up BM say MLS is not an idiot league. It has gotten better over the years. Boy, BM, you know, say that is like saying mathematics is not difficult because you have done electrical engineering, whatever. What I'm saying is it has gotten better over the years, yes. But it don't pass above the idiot level yet. Be can't watch a Premier League game and watch an MLS game right afterward. My head starter.
Yes, you can, because you watch.
Stop lying, man.
You watch Manchester United Everton yesterday, and that was one of the worst. Come on.
I like DC United and Columbus 2 games. I mean, like it was comparable. But talk about that. This is the Red Bull guy who the racist word. Exactly.
Yep. All right, Junior, we could go through some of my comments because I'm not going to go back and forth with you about VAR and refereeing.
Prime Minister said big Easter and Benton at top about ref getting shot in the buckle. You can't tell when people just come from Jamaica. You know. BM said, I wouldn't say white privilege for Lampard. He's a club legend at Chelsea. All right. All right.
And El Pistolero says, I can't wait for the bug section, so here's my bug. Chelsea, Salah.
Salah.
Arsenal, Dortmund, them can't beat Bayern. Junior,
Salah
what heap of comments you are missing, brother? Highlight the people in the comments, now, man.
Well, on the Salah and not Nunes.
Oh, but you see,
I mean, Salah
Nunes is
with his penalty.
expected.
Speaking of
Joseph Frame said Bugs is Chelsea and still Chelsea. And Anthony, what this one more time? What have you done with Anthony?
All right. Speaking of missed penalty, Salah missed a golden opportunity to sink Arsenal. 2-2 is ended. The match ended. And Junior disagree with that. But hey, I'm regurgitating what El Pistolero said. 2-2 at Anfield. Come on. Your thoughts on the game? Goals from Salah, Firmino for Liverpool, Martinelli, and Jesus for Arsenal.
I was thinking it was going to be Arsenal was going to run away with the game based on the 2-0 lead that they had. And I think for me, I don't know what Klopp is waiting on to bench Trent. I think Trent is a liability. Virgil van Dijk, I don't know what is happening with him. I think he assisted Martinelli on that goal, if I'm not mistaken. I think he is a little bit slow. But overall, I think Liverpool not playing at their best. They may need to freshen up. I don't know if Harvey Elliott is one of my favorite players as well for Liverpool. So I think Klopp may be in trouble. He did say this morning that he's not worried about his job. Because he says the ownership, they're looking at the totality and not just what is happening this season. So hopefully he stays because he's a good enough coach. But I enjoyed, I think particularly the last 15 minutes of the game, I enjoyed it. I think Liverpool had Arsenal on the back foot. People are talking about Arteta's changes. But I think he did his best. I just think that Liverpool raised their level. And I expected Konate to use his God's big head and score that goal. Where am I going? Him like a soft chest. If he had headed that ball, it would have been 3-2 to Liverpool and would have win on 5-0. But anyway, that's the next time. But I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed particularly the last 20 minutes of the game. Salah, Mr. PK. But that does not mean that Liverpool would have gone on to win the game, even if he had scored it. I think Nunes is a puzzle for me. I like him because I always say he's a menace, and he does not only score, but he kind of affects the play. The whole thing on the field, he's like on there doing his thing. But I think when it's crunch time as a striker, we expect you to get one-on-one opportunities. You are on Ramsdale alone. They see the white in a Ramsdale eyes, and you still could not put the ball past him. So I think that is crazy for me. For me, I am glad that Bobby scored a really good header because I think Bobby needs to be shown that he's an important part of Liverpool. So I think Liverpool did enough in the second half to get this 1 point. So for me, I think it's a loss on Arsenal's part versus a kind of victory for Liverpool.
Big game from one Mr. Ramsdale. Big up yourself, Aaron Ramsdale. Ball of the week. Junior, Arsenal's winless run at Anfield continues. Talk to me. Your thoughts on the game, family.
First of all, let me just reiterate that he has risen before we start light a fire. So we light a fire now. Arsenal don't want to win a trophy. Arteta doesn't want to win a trophy. Arteta is more trying to avoid a trophy than win a trophy, in my opinion. This is your opportunity. You're up 2-0. This is your opportunity to send a message to Man City, bigger than Liverpool. This is your opportunity to send a message to Man City. Say, look, we're going to beat up like the that side of them yard. We're going to ball them and run them off of them own field. And let's just call the league right now, right? And in my opinion, if you look at how Arsenal was deployed in the second half, they were 100% playing counter-attacking football. And Liverpool is such a bug side that they can only muster one goal even after creating so many chances. So we can sit down and in the grand scheme of things, in this what the game was as a spectacle, it was an entertaining game. But if you look deeply in the X's and O's of football, both teams come out feeling disappointed. If I was a Liverpool fan sitting in the stands watching that game and looking at the amount of chances that I created, clear-cut chances that I created and could not score, Milan says something is wrong. If I was an Arsenal fan looking at the game, you up 2-0 at Anfield. We know Liverpool right now is on broken glass. Them on pins and needles emotionally. And you sit and let them back in the game. Think about look how many breakaways Arsenal had in the second half when Liverpool was chasing the game, when they were down 2-1. When Saka broke away for the Liverpool backline, and it was him versus 3, and the man still was able to beat 2 defenders. And if one player had the kahunas to run with him on that line, is a tapping goal. How many chances did Arsenal get like that? And you want to win Premier League? But you have the Viking run that start chase you right now? God, go with Arsenal when Man City play them.
Junior, we'll look at the schedule in a second, but I mean, surely we don't expect Arsenal to choke from here, though. Come on.
To do what?
I mean, we look at the standing in a second, but surely we do not expect Arsenal to choke from here.
At 8 games, 8 threes are what, 24?
Huh?
How many points, Steve?
We look at the Arsenal schedule. So you expect Arsenal to choke from here? I mean, you don't like Arsenal to begin with. Come on, but
I am neutral. I mean, like I have no horse in this race. I am neutral. I don't know.
Arsenal schedule, they have West Ham next Sunday. Then Friday they play Southampton. Then the 26th they play Man City. 29th they play Bug Chelsea. May 7th they play Newcastle, difficult encounter. May 14 Brighton. And they wrap up the penultimate game is against Nottingham Forest and Wolves. I mean,
be realistic, Benton.
I look at the schedule and knowing how Arsenal play ball, I don't expect them to lose based on the schedule.
Ball round.
I mean, the Man City game, yes, is a tough game. You go into City, there's a potential that you'll drop points there.
Well, you said we?
Huh?
Did you say we?
No, I said there's a potential for them to drop points there.
Oh, I think you said we.
No, we think. But, I mean, I try to get an assessment because Junior seems to think that Arsenal has thrown away the league based on today.
All right, so Benton, look at that schedule.
Yeah.
West Ham. What if you were to talk about West Ham right now? David Moyes is fighting for his life, right?
Yeah, they just defeated Fulham.
It don't matter who them just defeat. David Moyes is fighting for his career. You beat Arsenal at home, you will probably guarantee that you have a job next year as West Ham coach. You don't tell me so that's not an easy game. Man City have a game in hand on Arsenal, and they are behind by 5 points. We can consider that game in hand a win. That means that they are behind by 2 points. So your team are probably 5, whatever. Man City are going to beat Arsenal. Newcastle is chasing top 4. Newcastle can easily beat Arsenal. So we can be looking at Arsenal going in a 3-game losing streak, going up against Nottingham Forest. Oh, and I'm sorry, Chelsea with Lampard. You think Lampard don't want the Chelsea job full time?
I think Mad Puss piss right now.
You think Lampard don't want the Chelsea job full time?
I'm sure. I will get to Lampard in a second.
Oh, so how can you show that you work the job? Beat Arsenal. Brighton are play some football. And Brighton chasing Europe. And you think them don't want to beat Arsenal? Come on, man.
Come on. All right. Arsenal have 4 games remaining at home. They play Southampton, Chelsea, Brighton, Wolves at home. They go to Nottingham Forest, they go to Newcastle, they go to City, and they go to West Ham. You see Arsenal throwing this thing away based on this schedule?
I mean, what we're talking about? We're talking about the competition, or we're talking about where they're going to play. You keep on. I think you have this thing where teams are strong at home. Chelsea begs to differ.
But
Okay.
Arsenal has been excellent at home, right?
Yes, but I keep saying, my philosophy is always the ball is thrown. I know Southampton can beat them. I know West Ham can beat them. I think they will drop points at Man City, Newcastle, Brighton, and probably Wolves.
But
They
they host
not,
Brighton. If you lose points to Brighton, then you should get fixed up at home.
but
Whatever reach
listen,
you host Brighton.
but Brighton has been playing some football. Are you agreeing or are you disagreeing that Brighton is a competitor? Forest can't beat Arsenal. Wolves, it's not because Wolves beat Chelsea, but and this is the thing too, any team can get beaten on any given day. It's just who show up and what show up. But I know Southampton cannot get past Arsenal. So I can see where Arsenal dropping maybe 9 points here or so. And that's where it gets tricky because City might just pick it up.
But you know what
All right,
they
hold
say,
on. Oh, but hold on. Can
Yeah,
say
go ahead.
something real quick?
Yeah.
You know, it's soon put on the table. Right now,
So
All right.
wait, you say you're at the table.
Arsenal, we can say prior to this game, Arsenal had their destiny in their hand. All Arsenal had to do was win out and then win the Premier League title, right? The reason why I say that is right now, Arsenal is 6 points ahead of Man City. Man City have a game in hand. We are going to say, no, not we. I am going to say the game in hand that Man City have is going to be a win. That means that when them have the same amount of games played, Arsenal would only be leading by 3 points. But guess what? Man City hosts Arsenal. And odds-on favorite, Man City go and beat Arsenal. So what happened at that point? They're both tied on points. And Man City have a +5 goal difference over Arsenal right now. So what Arsenal has essentially done right now is take their own destiny out of their hands. Now them have to scoreboard watch. If you had beat Liverpool today, you don't care what Man City do. Just win your games all the way out and have a better record than Man City all the way out. Right now, we are looking at both teams, and now you have to compare the schedule for both teams. And when you pull up Man City's schedule, good luck at me say Arsenal's schedule easier than that.
Yeah, we have Man City schedule right here, but Man City is also juggling 3 competitions. Arsenal have one single competition. They have one job. Junior, read my lips. They have one job. See this over the line. There's nothing complicated about this. Man City is playing Champions League. They're playing Bayern Munich twice. Man City is playing FA Cup semi-final against Sheffield United. So they're juggling 3 different competitions. They have so many games left. If Arsenal lose this Premier League title, then whatever cussing and whatever clowning Arsenal fans deserve, them go and get it. Because this is foolishness. You cannot lead for so long and then wet the bed. The foolishness.
Well, that's what Arsenal fans were saying about the FA Cup. That's what Arsenal fans were saying about the League Cup. That's what Arsenal fans were saying about the Europa Cup or Champions League,
because
right?
This is their prized possession. This is
All
their
right.
desired trophy. So now you have your chance to win your desired trophy as a team, and you go and dash away. Arsenal.
But do you agree that their destiny is no longer in their hands?
Yes. No. The destiny is still in their hands.
How is the destiny in their hands? If them can win out and still look, you don't realize Arsenal can win out and lose to Man City and don't win the Premier League.
But if they win
You
out,
realize
they would have defeated Man City.
Defeat which Man City if you can't hold a 2-love lead against Liverpool at Anfield?
No, but you said that Arsenal. We not fish out back and forth. Cause I drink local whites here. Arsenal. You said if Arsenal can win out and still don't have the destiny in their hand, if they do win out, they would have defeated Man City.
See, all right, so Jason Fair asks, Arsenal dropped points today, fine. However, are you saying City will not drop any further points? Yes, I am saying City will not drop any further points. If I was to put my trust in one of these teams to not drop any more points, I am putting my trust in City because they have done it before. This Arsenal team hasn't done it yet. And I call Arsenal win. Did I say they was going to win the league this year? Maybe I think so.
You pick them every year, Junior, because
we have it on record. But listen, I don't know. I mean, like Man City is a next case study because remember when them draw with Nottingham Forest and we were like, what is this madness? I think we can say that they have evolved since then because they beat them in February, so they have evolved. But as you said, Junior, they're in 3 competitions. So then we have Pep after one and now we're going to manage in players, manage him squad, keep the rhythm, keep people injury free. So that is a concern for City where Arsenal really don't have that concern. I just think whoever win that Man City Arsenal game, I think they'll be in pole position to win the title.
Thank you, come on, for playing the mediator in this debate. Well, to be continued. All right, let's continue our EPL roundup because definitely other games that took place. All right, before we even move to other games, come on, you're the referee. Care to chime in on this and what sort of punishment should Mr. Constantine Hatzidikis should receive? PGMLO put out a statement.
I think he should get the same amount that any other player would have gotten. That's just me. I don't say that. I don't think he should be fired. I don't think that they should not let him ever officiate a game, in the Premier League. I just think it's a lapse in judgment. I am telling you, it happens. Yesterday, out of character, a parent was riding me, and I just stopped and I yelled, "Shut up! Shut up your big face! Shut up your ugly." That's me, professional, but we are human beings as well. And at the end, a parent came over and apologized because he was like, he has a temper, and we've never seen a female black referee in these parts. I'm not going to say where in Maryland I was, because it was ridiculous. But referees are human beings, and I do think that it comes with a bit of professionalism. And I don't know what Robertson and Andy said to him, but there's no excuse. I think if you're going to give Mishevic 8 games, you have to let him sit out maybe for the rest of the season. So, you have to punish him. It's not. I understand, but it's not acceptable.
Junior, we got referee elbowing folks. We got referee kneeing. Our assistant referee elbowing folks.
But the referee that needs the guy, he's gone for the rest of the season. He got suspended for the rest of the season as well.
We had a referee recently need somebody in the family jewel. Junior, referees have gone mad. Wagwan, your thoughts, family?
Well, big up Luis Pacheco say he's a Peruvian fan enjoying the best league in the world. Heraldo say if Arsenal win the next 3 games, EPL will be 99% over. All right, cool. So Heraldo, go and drink some. Listen a bit, Dad. I'll come on my side with you. I 100% support you, come on, and I support the referees in this situation. Look at the video with Robertson. Why is Robertson running up behind the referee like that and that's attacking him ears? I mean, the referee is wrong, right? He's wrong, 100% wrong for throwing his elbow. But Robertson should be punished as well.
For what? You can't talk to him.
For? Huh?
For what?
What do you mean by for what? Did you see the video?
Yes.
Why is he running up behind the mother and talk behind in man ears like that?
So what? You can't talk to these officials? Are they God?
No, absolutely not. We don't want to chat to it.
You can't. And come and we know. And which position does Robertson play, Benton?
He run there with the assistant. You know what, to Benton? I think maybe the referee was anticipating a touch.
Oh.
No, I'm not. Listen, I already said him wrong, but I can tell you, because yesterday when the parent was walking towards me, him a beeline to me, I try to go the opposite way because we have to anticipate the confrontation because what reason would a player have to come up to me? The game never done. The game not even done. The referee is walking in the middle to improve. Where you, Andy Roberts, where you are go? And I keep telling players, if there's an issue, you have your captain speak to me. I don't want nobody near me. So I am
And
saying
don't
maybe,
approach.
yeah, maybe he was anticipating Robertson touching him on his arm.
Why?
I don't know.
Benton,
My granny.
come
Yeah,
on.
yes, Junior, go
Hmm?
ahead.
Just to piggyback away said, even if he was anticipating, if he put that in his report, he is well and justified to do it.
Yeah.
Robertson run up from the man from behind. But sorry, these are not robots. These are human beings, and they have to protect themselves.
You know
That
what?
is
Going
I
why
have
forward,
coach.
that is why my pepper spray is in my socks or in my pocket. No, Benton, it is, and we can laugh now because it was comical. But we've seen where referees have been attacked by players, coaches, and spectators. Referees have been killed, and I'm telling you, there is a if you read there's a shortage of officials. I know there were a couple of lacrosse tournaments in Maryland that could not be held because there are no referees. 1,600 referees quit last year in Maryland. 600 referees this year did not recertify. And yesterday at a game, there were some young players kicking the ball around, and I was trying to encourage them to do the referee course. You know what the kids them tell me, say, ref, I am sorry, but I see how these parents are. These parents are mean. Nobody wants to referee. So I understand because my thing is this, I give you space. So when you're talking to me or approaching me, I hold my hand out like this and I say to you that this is my space. Please do not pass my hand. So I understand. And if somebody come close to maybe me not do my answer too. But it's the Premier League. He was caught on video. So it must have set the punishment, write a valid report to say, I felt as if he was going to attack me. It is what it is. You can't tell me that my feelings are valid. You can't tell me that me never fear for my safety. We see what is going on. So it is just unfortunate. So I don't know. I understand because when I am refereeing, I have to be on high alert because these people are just ridiculous. Players and spectators.
I will say refereeing is not an easy job. It's definitely something that's difficult. And we value good referees. But we don't value ones who's elbowing folks.
I think it's a reaction.
And I will also say that we have definitely seen the bad behavior from parents at youth football games here. But this is the Premier League, brother. Don't elbow the man. This is why security did that.
But he's still a human being. And if security is over here, but listen, but security, all right then, look where Emma Andy stand up. If
and look at the security.
Finger punch and thump him in the face now, how long before the security could have come?
And see the security there, right? They said, so if him get one thump, then security are gonna save him from two.
Yeah, but Benton, but one thump can kill you. Junior, please to tell Benton say one thump can kill you. You know, you know what them tell me, say? You know what them tell me, say? Them say if somebody attack me on the field, I must not react. I must call 911. You know me tell them, say, over my dead body, we are thump it out on the pitch.
Well,
so the
referee needs to take it up with security. But you can't elbow the man. They need to get banned. Bunks cover.
I think he will get punished. All right, look, me not like Roy Keane. And Roy Keane said Andrew is a baby. And he was a fighter. He says a baby. So I think he will get punished, but I don't agree with him. Our boy name, we're punishing him with Rebecca Lowe. What name again? The Jamaican. What name? Robbie Earl. I thought he must get fired. No, for what?
But what I don't understand is why are we not talking about the player approaching the referee? This is what I don't understand.
Because it happens in the game, Junior. It happens in. Why are we making? Let me see if we can chime in one. Why are we trying to make an argument for a player, something that happens in every game? Every game. Linesman, referee, player, every game, players go up to linesman. In fact,
that don't mean that right. That's
No, it
not
doesn't
because.
mean say it right, and it doesn't mean that you need to elbow the player either, like what
But
this person
Benton, what
did.
Junior is saying, and Junior can correct me, is that both of them wrong.
No,
Not
Exactly.
because
sir. No,
yes,
Junior can't talk for
Benton,
himself.
it is not Benton. It
That's
is
what I'm
not
saying.
listen, it is not illegal for a player to speak to a referee. You can always speak to whatever. But what was the reason for Andy to go up in the man's face? I mean, like, was he
Then
being
the man
respectful?
face him run up beside him. What we getting that
Why?
in the
Benton, that's
face?
a problem, Benton.
Benton, you know that
Red
you know that
flag.
you're an endangered species, right? And somebody are in the heat of the moment because them down. And listen, you don't know if him and Andy did that fling word during the game. You don't
Hey,
know
come
if
on, come
somebody was
on.
Now
eating
come
during
Come
the
with that,
on.
game.
come up with all sort of theory about
But
things that go on in
No,
that
but
that is
I'm
game.
why.
saying, yes, exactly. You don't know if it was going during the game, like they must say something to
And
that.
and
Just
and
cause,
if you have if
because
you have
enough time me and players are cuss. Enough time me like
yes,
you
if you
girl
have
them.
such
Right, but
things,
I'm saying so maybe because it was heated during the game, me I walk up now and you are run up to me.
and
No, one boy,
and
no, hold the elbow, yeah. It's like it is what it is. I
but
just
but until a bit until we get news or evidence that him and Mr. Constantine have had issues in the game, then we can make that
no,
extrapolation that
but Benton,
but
but even then
we
though,
can't
but
leap
even
forward and
no, but
interject things
Benton,
when we don't have
even
no
then,
evidence that that is there. How we
but
interject
Benton, no,
that maybe
Benton,
there are
no,
things that
no,
happen in the
Benton,
game when we don't have no evidence that it's there.
but
Go on,
Benton,
let me get my white rum, yeah, man.
Even if you get the evidence that that was what happened, the referee is still wrong.
Yes,
So that's what I'm saying. He's still wrong. But
yes.
what Junior is saying that Andy is also wrong
But
for
how
run
is the
up on the
player wrong?
referee. Why are you running upon the referee? It is halftime. It is halftime. The referee are about him business to compete from the field crew. You supposed to go with your crew. What is there for you to talk to the referee, boy? He's the coach. What you gonna
Is
do?
it against the rules to go up to the referee, the assistant referee?
It's
It's
an
the spirit
unspoken
of the
rule.
game. Okay,
It's an
you have the
unspoken
rules.
rule.
All right, hold on. You have the hard and fast rules, and you have the spirit of the game. And this is why I tell you, so refereeing is hard because you have to manage the spirit of the game along with the law of the game. Players cannot run up on a referee for what reason? And I say it in my pre-game talk. Any issues, you have your captain come and talk to me. Me no want 17-year-old boy around me. Let your captain speak to me. I don't want to chat to the coach neither. So I understand, but I get what you're saying. If I go there and I thump somebody, regardless of what happened, I am wrong. The referee is wrong, but at the same time, right? The spirit of the game suggests that you cannot cross. First of all, Benton, allow me to tell, is a law. Do not crowd the referee. The assistant referee felt like he was being crowded. That's all I need to put in that report.
After all of that time, go around and come around and you say you end up.
Yes, I'm there. I agree. I agree. And until you, Benton, until you referee out there with these angry parents and coaches, you're not gonna understand. But carry on.
Big up, you know what? This conversation take the show gone wide about referee. You see, this is why we need better referees. Jason Frame said when last Man City dropped points. Nottingham Forest, February 18, family. That was the last time they dropped points. Other results.
But never just had to worry.
Well, he asked a question. We just answer. We just February 18th.
Because the Arsenal fan, you know.
Against Nottingham Forest. All right, we can run through the rest of the show quickly, because we're pushing up. Lampard said it's a big task managing Chelsea. We know we're not in a position we want to be. I didn't expect to solve everything in one day. Speaking to BBC family. No, he did not solve everything in one day, but care to comment on this comment by one Mr. Frank Lampard. Jason Frame said, read the comments, please. Junior, that's your department. Read the comments. Read the comments, please.
What I'm saying is, talking to Herald said, when was the last time City dropped points? Are you expecting City to go 15 games without dropping points? For me, it's City title, but that's why we play the games.
Who said that? Errol or Jason?
Big up.
Yes, Jason said that. Because Heraldo is basically saying if Arsenal win the next 3 games, EPL will be 99% over.
Okay.
I remember Jason that talk to me.
Yeah, but we always Errol can't do math. They got 8 games left, right? So three game is what? 9 points. Errol, come on.
No, but within the 3 games, they play City.
No.
But after the 3, City have a game in, and you know, remember that. So Arsenal have 8 games, City have 9 games. So if you look at it and look at the goal difference, listen, I want it to be a Manchester United and Man City final there. When Man United win the trophy, and then we got 97 minutes, 7 minutes in extra time, stoppage time, and then win it. But I don't think 3 games will be enough. I think what was it? If they win 8 games to be assured of the title, Arsenal needs to win 8 of the 9. That's when they were playing Liverpool. So they need to win at least 7 of their 8 games to be assured of the title.
Including beating City.
Including beating City.
Jason Freeman just said addressing Ballchat. All right, Junior.
Yeah, so what he's saying then, it basically talk about my expectation that City not going to drop points. So basically, why should I expect that? So I mean, but I get it. But talking about white privilege.
That's valid too, Jason. And I think Junior did talk about it when he said that City they're in 3 competitions. So I think if Junior today, Mayor spokesperson, you know, so I think Junior is alluding to the fact that City have a harder task at hand.
No, Benton.
Let me just clarify something for our listeners. Are you Junior's lawyer today? Because he can't talk for himself. Because every minute, everything you are articulate what Junior said.
Hey.
So we don't always agree, you know. So we always upon 2 different ends of the spectrum. But what may I say is that I'm correct. When you have
come on, I look
3,
friend.
Hey, listen to me. A long time not talking to you.
Come on, I look friend.
3 competition versus 1. Injuries, suspensions, all these little things in a City way. So Jason's question is valid. We are expecting City to drop points.
Come on, I look friend. Now let's get to Chelsea.
Frank
Lampard said, quote, Frank Lampard said it's a big task managing Chelsea. We know we're not in a position we want to be. I didn't expect to solve everything in one day. Junior, they lost 1-0 to Wolves. Did you see anything that you can hang your hat on, Junior? Before we get to come on.
That white privilege is real. I mean, I will stop saying.
Okay. All right. Football wise.
No, what do you mean by football? All right. If you are João Felix, right? And you have not won the champion, you don't win Champions League. Right. João Felix don't win the Champions League.
No, I'm not in the Champions League. Yeah.
Right. This year, you have an opportunity to win Champions League and point at Cholo and laugh at Cholo, whose big thing that him can accomplish is the Champions League. And your new coach is the failed coach that was let go and then the next coach that came in won Champions League. Think about that, Benton. If you are a player in that locker room, one of those big money signings, and you come in and you look now and say, wait, so I want to bring back the coach, we want to fire mid-season for a team that was sinking, and the next coach come in and bring them to Champions League glory. And is this coach that come bringing off a pick? We play Champions League? That coach? If this is a white privilege, I don't know what it means. I'll stop saying it. There's better caretaker managers out there. You could have convinced it. You could have convinced Patch. You could have convinced anybody. You could have bring up the second coach, the assistant. You don't know anybody. You could have bring back Frank Lampard. That is like they might bring back Ole. That's like they might bring back. We don't know. Andreas Villas-Boas. Frank Lampard is an idiot coach. Him sit down in yard, vex, say, oh, him lose the Chelsea job, and him forward back now and call back him friend up in the front office and say, yo, hear me now? If I was a coach, I would do this, and I would do that, and I would do this, and blah, blah, blah. And your first game against an idiot Wolves side, you get out coached by Lopetegui, and you want me sit down there? I'm pretty it over. This is white privilege. And guess what? It's an American owner. Go figure.
Come on. Frank Lampard said he couldn't do it all in one. He didn't expect to solve everything in one day. Diego Costa and Wolves. 96 years old, Diego Costa and Wolves. Beautiful goal by Nunes.
Where called Diego Costa for not do nothing? Like what? Anyway.
Which shows you how bad Chelsea were. Diego,
Listen,
it's almost like Wolves play with 10 men. Because Diego Costa was just not relevant.
Listen to
Over
me.
to you,
Chelsea had one shot on target. One.
When was that? Because I don't remember.
It was Are you scandalous now? One. The only good thing Mr. Lampard did yesterday was sub Kai Havertz. That's the only thing. I have given up on Chelsea. I said before, I have one pink and blue Chelsea jersey at the garden. I go work tonight because at this point, I can't work at Walmart the way I'm disappointed and embarrassed. I don't know if I go as far as the white privilege with Junior, but maybe they're going for someone who's familiar with the club, familiar with the players, familiar with the philosophy of Chelsea. Because they did say that the contract was only for the remainder of the games. I didn't see any.
I have my hand up. Sorry, one question. We're on Zoom, so I'm not on Zoom. So can you clarify what is Chelsea's philosophy, if you know?
Chelsea's philosophy is to find the players as much as possible. If they're late for training, don't carry them boots, don't eat, don't go them bed. Because the only thing Frank Lampard bringing back, the heavy fines. Because there was no identity. And I just don't get it. It's like Chelsea is performing a masterclass in failure. Everton fired Lampard because Lampard could not drag Everton. Everton is what, 17 now? You're getting somebody who could not do a good job elsewhere. He could not do a good job with his ladder. So you handing him now the key for the Porsche to do absolutely what? So I have no belief in Chelsea. And to be frank, pun intended, to be frank, I just think Chelsea need to go down a championship. Because at this point, Todd is making a mockery of Chelsea Football Club. He came in, he spent all this money because I think he thinks that Chelsea is a hobby. You know how you have what's his name? By Wrexham, Ryan Reynolds by Wrexham. You watch, Ryan Reynolds by Wrexham.
Oh yeah, Wrexham, yeah.
Yeah, it's a hobby. That's $2 million. The man in print pumping night and whatever, and they may get promoted, right? I think Todd does think that Chelsea is a toy. That if you put money in it, something good will happen. I don't know if we run a club because nowhere on earth anybody have Graham Potter as a good coach. You have Luis Enrique fly come to London for the interview, and you tell him no thanks. You go with Frank. Junior, you know you're right.
Come on. Think about all the time we on the show and you were like Frank out, Lampard out. Think about all of those Chelsea fans that for that first half of the season were Lampard out. And then you just come back and him just throw you back in their face like that. Think about that as a Chelsea.
No, really. And it's not like say we are the well. It's not like say you give Lampard a well-oiled machine. You give him a struggling machine to do what? Like we're gonna
not only that.
Lord. It to me it doesn't make no sense. You could not drag Everton is a bottom level team, whatever. But you could not drag Everton at Chelsea come do what? I remember, I remember, Chelsea players them not good. We don't have a true number 9, and I've always said that Raheem Sterling is a Jamaican, and we should love Raheem Sterling, but he's not a good fit for Chelsea. Kai Havertz with you one goal now and then. Is what 1 goal in 9 games? I just not understand. Fafana was the best player on the pitch, and Fafana not good. So I don't know if you say Cucurella is our next one. Like, what is it? Like, can we get a and just be fair? Tuchel did say that you can't bring in a world class coach and still have crappy players, which is correct. You cannot do that. You cannot put water in your car engine. It will just not run. But you need someone to come in who have a basic idea of coaching. Not because you played good football means that you're a good coach. I just don't get it. So for me, whatever Chelsea want though, them going on.
But that's what, it's just unfortunate that them not have like new coach person. And probably they do, but we don't get it televised over here this far. Can you just imagine Frank Lampard? Here we go. Here's our new caretaker manager for the rest of the season, Mr. Frank Lampard. He's not going to take questions. Can you imagine the first question? So, Mr. Lampard, since you last left Chelsea, how have you gotten better as a coach? Lampard said, well, you know, in my last stint at Everton, I figured out how to play hard with lesser players. Oh, so I'm not Everton. You keep them up? You're promoted? You win a cup? No, we are struggling and almost got relegated. And they brought back Sean Dyche. And Sean Dyche is doing a much better job than me at Everton. But guess what? I am here to win the Champions League. Let's go. Come out that place, man.
I did watch the caretaker manager's introductory press conference, and
did he cry?
And he articulated his vision for the club. Now, one thing that Cameron said that would be hilarious is actually if Chelsea end up in our championship, because that would be funny.
That's impossible.
It would be what they deserve. I mean,
impossible.
And I will be here for it.
I think Chelsea is a storied Nottingham Forest.
I will be here for it.
Because I just don't get it. It's like, I mean, I want the Koulibaly what we see I'm bringing. But a guy named Mudryk,
yeah, Michaela Mudryk. Arsenal definitely dodged something. Well, maybe if he gets a good coach, he would have been good. Maybe if it was.
Can you imagine Georgina win all the trophy with Arsenal?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. But he won't have a chance to win Champions League. All right. All right.
That is a Chelsea fan's worst nightmare right now is Frank Lampard winning Champions League.
Because then it's becomes a difficult fight in the off-season.
Look here, we can't beat Wolves. Are Real Madrid we're gonna be? Benzema is firing on 15 cylinders. Vinny chomping at the bit for winner. Absolutely not.
Big up to
masterclass. Chelsea beat if Chelsea beat, all right, if Chelsea don't talk about Champions League. If Chelsea beat Real Madrid, Frank Lampard are gonna be the caretaker for 5 years.
Big up to Chemist, a Chelsea fan. Chemist did say that Real Madrid will lose to Chelsea and they would also defeat Bayern Munich because anybody with sense is gonna be better than Potter. Anybody with sense is gonna be better than Potter. So Chemist, in fact, he put money on it. So let's see. All right, EPL roundup, final results. We're going to call them out quickly before we pivot and go where we are. Crystal Palace over Leeds 5-1, 2-2 Arsenal, Liverpool. Man United defeated Bug, Everton, should be the bug of the week. Aston Villa and Unai Emery continue the impressive run. Newcastle and the man Isaac, Champions League loading. West Ham, much needed victory for David Moyes. Leicester City lost to Bournemouth as one Mr. Jesse Marsh. Apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano and others, that Jesse Marsh decided that he don't want a Leicester City job anymore. Spurs defeated Brighton 2-1, Wolves 1-0 over Chelsea, and Man City 4-1 over Southampton. All right, Champions League quarterfinals coming up quickly before we go home our yard. Just your final thoughts on the Champions League quarterfinal games coming up this week. Madrid versus Chelsea. Does Chelsea have any chance here, family?
Not one bit.
All right, Junior. Madrid versus Chelsea. Any chance?
The first game is played in at Madrid, right? I don't think Chelsea going to win this game, but I think them have a strong chance to win the tie.
The title or the tie?
The tie.
The title.
Inter Milan and Benfica game is on Tuesday, along with Man City versus Bayern. Man City versus Bayern. This is supposed to be the big game, family. Your thoughts?
Man City for me. Man City for me. I think Man City.
I mean, Tuchel should have the key for the kryptonite for Pep, right?
Why?
Because they defeated him in Champions League and defeated him a few times in the EPL.
Different players.
Yeah, but Man City have a serious problem going up against Bayern. Kyle Walker, I don't know if it was reported, right? That Kyle Walker is no longer in Pep's plans, right? Kyle Walker was always the player that was deployed against a fast team with wingers. And if it's one thing Bayern is going to do against City, is going to attack them down the wings. Alphonso Davies, any Gnabry, any one of them you want call.
Musiala.
Any one of them you want call. They're going to attack City down the wings. So I don't think this is as clear cut as people think it is. And the tinkerer himself, the tinkerer in chief, have the perfect team that he can tinker with, because Bayern is a seasoned team with professionals. So look out for this tie. I don't think City going to win this tie, to be honest. But the game is played at Etihad. Look out for a close game.
But I don't. This is my problem. So Bayern, they run a form kind of, wishy-washy. They've been winning games, but they've also been leaking games. So they beat Augsburg 5-3. Leverkusen beat them 2-1. They have not been able to keep a clean. Well, them keep a clean sheet yesterday against Freiburg. Freiburg, really? Them beat Dortmund 4-2, and Freiburg beat them in the Pokal 2-1. And then play back Freiburg or them beat them 1-0. So they're not dominating. Freiburg really not have a great team. For you to only beat them by 1-0 after losing to them last week, I just think Man City have a good chance of breaking this Bayern down. They have not been able to keep a clean sheet since beating PSG 2-0.
Napoli versus AC Milan. They round out the other quarterfinal.
I think for me it's Napoli. I mean, and I think Napoli have too much firepower for Milan to kind of overcome. So I bet on Napoli.
I mean, this seems to be Napoli's season, Junior.
The issue though is Napoli don't play football domestically for the last couple of weeks, while AC Milan have been playing, right? Because Napoli done go with the Scudetto. That's a foregone conclusion. Them up by 16, 19 points, so it done.
Yeah, whatever it is, yeah.
Right. That to me, there's a rust factor. You can't turn it, you can't switch it on and off. And I agree with what Cambon said about Bayern leaking games. You might not have lost games, but mentally, if you are not geared up every week for a game, that like Napoli have the luxury to not be, then why do we expect them to turn it on this week? Just flip a switch like that. And wasn't it AC Milan who beat the brakes off of Napoli last week, 4-love? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this is not a foregone conclusion either.
Inter versus Benfica. Lukaku.
Benfica dead, man.
Benfica dead.
But 1 second. But also remember that Empoli beat, not the beat, held them to a draw. Empoli the 14th. So, as we said, the ball is round. I mean, like any given day. But I think Napoli will still eat it out. I'm sorry, Benton.
And I'm going to just take a quick look on the Bush League, the number 2 league,
Why
quarterfinals,
Bushy?
Europa League. Any comments you want to make? Is this Jose Mourinho's trophy and Roma's trophy? Come on.
Oh, you know what? Should be. I mean, like they're not doing poorly domestically either. So I think so. I think Josie and Roma should. I hope so, because Tommy need a trophy.
Junior, the Manchester United fan, is not convinced. Your thoughts, family?
It could be like someone don't realize that Ten Hag will get out of trouble this year.
Oh my word! Here we go.
When I realize that Ten Hag is winning a get out trouble this year.
So he already won the League Cup.
Won the League Cup, we had to wait to win the FA Cup, and all depending on
And this is the
Rashford.
same FA Cup that Man City is in the semi-final against Sheffield, right?
We're winning the FA Cup.
Okay.
But in all fairness, though, Rashford picked up a groin injury. So this week game, it'll be and we're playing at Old Trafford
But you have
first.
Martial, the goal scoring machine.
Marshall is one blade of grass away from spraying him up.
So, Junior, are you concerned about this game against?
Of course, I'm concerned about the game.
And BM says Europa League is Bush League. Yes, exactly. It's Bush.
No, say it is not Bush League.
It
I'm ready to drink rum today, you know.
It is Bush League, BM. It is Bush League. Before we go my yard, big women's football is on. Club football is on international break. Reggae Girls will play Sheffield United, and yes, you can get out all in the criticism right here. I'm not sure no can. But a game is a game. Panama is playing Dominican Republic. Haiti is playing Nigeria. The Reggae Girls are getting ready to play Sheffield United tomorrow. Your thoughts on this game, family, and what has come on? Before come on chime in, let me remind the squad. Sydney Schneider, Rebecca Spencer, the goalies, Alison Swaby, Chantel Swaby, Vian Sampson, Tierney Wilshire, Victoria Williams, defenders, Peyton McNamara, Havana Sloan, Drew Spence, Paige Bailey Gale, Solai Washington, Atlanta Primus, midfielders, strikers, Khadija Bonnie Shaw, Kayla McKenna, Chenia Matthews, Cameron Simmons, and Tiffany Cameron. Reggae Girls against Sheffield United. Come on.
They call Trudy Carter name?
Oh, I did not see Trudy. Did I see Trudy Carter on it?
Trudy on there?
No, I did not see her on there.
I almost sure I see her head back to one picture, but hey.
Okay. Yeah, I did not see her on this list. This is from the Jamaica Football Federation squad list for this is from the JFF, so.
No, I'm sure I see her head back, but anyways. The trip started out rough. The girls, they're in the camp, but most of the support staff did not make the trip because the JFF did not secure visas for them. So the Leicester City staff, that's where they're being hosted. They are providing support staff for the girls. So yes, so Lauren is out there lamenting the fact that they're not getting enough practice matches because the World Cup is this summer. So if Sheffield United is the best they can do, dog eat will suffer. But I'll be up. I'll watch it. They said that it's going to be streamed, so I'll see what we're working with. Good luck to the girls.
BM says, what are your thoughts on yet another blunder by the JFF? I mean, come on, and Junior, any idea how we could not secure a fixture? A World Cup bound team could not secure, not a fixture against a national team, a competitive national team. Yeah, USA played their fixture yesterday. Like I said, Nigeria played Haiti. in the recently. Panama is getting ready to play Dominican Republic.
Money.
Money? Okay. There you go, BM. Money.
Money. I mean, there's a GoFundMe out there. They're asking for money.
GoFundMe for what?
They're asking for money out there. The reggae girls, they're asking for money.
The reggae girls, but you have to clarify though, the Reggae Girls Foundation is asking for money, not JFF.
Okay, my bad. The reggae girls ask money to support the reggae girls on their World Cup journey.
Kofi asking when JFF coming on the show, we want to fire upon them. BM said on a side note, Michael Ricketts Benz got repo. All right. Full transparency. This is the part of the show we'll go after this. Full transparency. We have reached out to JFF directly and indirectly, officially and unofficially, to try to get on the show. I promise you guys though that we are going to have a segment with them. Now, will it be a live segment? Probably not. I mean, that's going to be a pipe dream. But there's going to be a conversation.
That's waste of time.
No, I don't think it's going to be a waste of time. And I honestly think that, all right, in my opinion.
Why I say it is?
Why?
I've heard JFF representatives on a number of occasions on other shows. Dennis Chung is the latest one, the GenSec. He's been making the rounds. Michael Ricketts, the president, has been making the rounds, doing interviews. And it's the same foolishness. Fire get light, fire get cool, fire get light, and the same incompetence continues. So I don't even know if interview even matters.
But this is the thing though, and I'm not privy to those shows. I'm not guessing that this is what happened. My better self is telling my dumb self right now that I should not talk what I'm about to talk about. But you don't know majority rules, and I'm mad at most of them saying. So the reality is, when shows get the opportunity to have somebody's hot button topics or hot button polarizing figures that come on, when they have the power in their hands, they generally either come forward back with an email saying they need a list of questions that they'll be asked, or there are topics that will not be discussed, or them have a precursor conversation, or after record conversation, which generally prepares the guests for the quote unquote fire that's about to come, because those hosts are normally in fear of repercussions. The thing with Ballchat, just like when we had Butler on, and we gave it to Butler straight, right? We never give him a list of questions, and we'd let him know straight up, coming forwarding on the show, like, look, we're going to talk about this. Just prepare, so we're going to talk about everything, right? And him say, yeah, man, we'll do that. And if him want burn you out, him burn you out. If you don't come back on the show, whatever, YouTube is free. So you're not stopping from doing anything. But so all that to say, if we were to have GFF on the show, it won't be, I'm going to say GFF, a representative of GFF, it won't be any cookie cutter questions. It won't be questions that they are already prepared for. Because the questions, like you said, Benton, is so, you can almost guess what the interview is going to be. Now, unfortunately, Gene Nelson, RIP, a lot of people probably don't know about Ballchat when Gene Nelson was a part of the show, a regular part of the show, right? And you better sit down and have a candid conversation with Gene Nelson at all time. If we get Ricketts on the show, and Mr. Ricketts, if we get Mr. Ricketts on the show, because we don't want nobody go to say what disrespect him or call him by him last name. Get him on the show, brother, you're going to know, sir, this is the most professional, unprofessional show out there. But we don't have a disrespect you, we not look for no likes. But we're going to have a candid conversation. If Jamaica going to the World Cup as with a women's team, Why are we playing against Sheffield United? That's a simple question. And you come with some fool answer, oh, you don't have the money. Well, why does whichever team have played against whichever team, why we don't have the money? Why we so sad? And guarantee if we look at every team that is playing in the World Cup, every team that's played in the World Cup, look at the teams that have played against this window. I'm curious to know how much of them have played against Sheffield United. So if you ask about what those are questions we're going to ask them, and to be honest, they don't want to take part on the show because they don't have no control over us. Because guess what? Whatever goes to your Ballchat, you can't come back on Lyndhurst Road. Your Ballchat, you can't come back on Meadowbrook. Can't body up. So,
come on, the game is on YouTube. That's where you can watch it. JFF YouTube tomorrow at 9 a.m. What are we looking for, Reggae Girls fans?
Oh, me not even go Australia, so I wouldn't know. But anyways, so we have to touch upon something before we run off.
Oh, Yard Ballers report.
No, not
Okay.
Well, so U20, the women's U20, there's a tournament coming up. So now is what, April 9th. Our first game was in April 14th. I try to remember.
Yeah, today is April 9th.
Okay, so Jamaica is in Group E. We play from April 14th to the 22nd in Nicaragua. We're in the group with Jamaica, Honduras, Bermuda, Anguilla, French Guiana. I am searching and I've asked the question, who is the head coach?
Yeah,
nobody knows.
You've asked, we've asked, and radio silence.
On March 14th of this year, there was an article in RJR News Online where it says that they promoted Xavier Gilbert. I don't know why Gilbert get promoted because anyways, whatever. And the contract of the assistant coaches were not renewed. The JFF has put in charge temporarily Wendell Downswell. So this tournament don't sneak up on we, but we don't have the coach in place. They had a camp. They disbanded the camp because Trinidad and Tobago needed the facility.
And so, that was Trinidad getting ready for the Reggae Boys friendly game, right?
When they played the friendly. So the camp is on and off. They've picked their players. You know, most it's like we don't want to succeed. So now we have the tournament starts April 14, and the people are still in Jamaica. Today is the 9th. The 9th. 5 more days. Them don't put out the full. They put out the camp squad. So the full squad is not out there. The head coach appointment is not out there. We have no information whatsoever. How do we support the U20 girls? So if we can't do the basic, I'm not worried about the senior Reggae girls because we are already setting up our ladies to fail.
Yeah, you're right. If we can't do the basics, then well, election year, you know, because let's see if Mr. Ricketts is going to get re-elected later on this year. So we watch the space. Time for going away out, family. This was a lively show. Big up to all the listeners. Reggae Girls tomorrow, 10 a.m. April 10, 8 a.m. Jamaica time, 9 a.m. our time, 2 p.m. UK time. King Power Stadium versus Sheffield United live on JFF YouTube channel. Final comments before we go on, family. Lively show. Come on, long time I don't see you. Good luck with your Chelsea. Engineer,
good luck with my Chelsea. Listen, between Chelsea and the Reggae Girls, can we forget the Reggae Boys drop what Reggae Boys standing again? I sent it to you, remember? I think it was
73 or 63.
I think it's 63. Jamaica drop all the way to 63. Iceland, there was 62.
Yeah. But we have the Iceman, so don't worry, we'll jump over them soon. Don't worry yourself.
So between those two teams, my airline, my Edmigla peel out, And I know we're not supposed to get so invested in football, but we love football and the foolishness, yeah, like an idiot. Now I understand the pain where Arsenal fans go through.
See
And
that.
when Junior was feeling a ton of pain, now I understand. I apologize if I laughed after you, Junior. Eraldo and Jason, my apologies for all those years. And Nick, my tease you about Arsenal. Now I understand the pain because my side is what, 12, 11? One of them.
Something below 10. We don't look past.
Something.
We don't look
Yeah.
past 10.
I have to minimize my phone screen so I can see where Chelsea falls in the table. Nobody look better. Nobody tell me. You see, I look on the table.
I can just give our listeners the table, the Chelsea position.
So yeah. So I think if we want the football to grow, we have to invest. And I don't know if they're going to. I can say a whole bunch of things about the female program back home. It is just ridiculous. And so it is what it is. So I wish the
It is
girls
what it
good
is.
luck.
Big up to all listeners. Big up to all listeners. We went long. Yeah, Chelsea's not in the top 10. Come on.
So me never know that. Me not say 11 or 12.
I can make sure we get the accurate league position for Chelsea
Nobody wants to know,
FC.
Benton.
They're sitting in 11th, -2 goal difference. Imagine that. Yikes.
Wow.
Engineer, at that
Hey,
-2
Jason said, please keep your unwanted apology. We don't want that.
Big up on yourself, listeners. Yeah,
Hey,
big up. Yeah, Junior.
God wouldn't know when Arsenal win the title. Jason just remember said me to call Arsenal win the title for last year.
A friend here
Remember.
looking at her. You know who I forgot ban? I forgot call Mark Zuckerberg and make him block Heraldo. Arsenal win. I tell you, say, we can't control it. That man is so faithful and patient. He was like Job.
Just fix up. Arsenal, don't worry yourself, fans. Just finish the job. Big up to all the listeners. Big up to all the listeners. Big up to all the viewers, week in and week out. All the subscribers. Thank you for joining us. You can connect with us on Facebook at Ballchat. We're on Twitter at Ballchat1. Hey, Twitter. Hey, leave a video alone, now, boy, before we kick in. Hey, cha. We got a copyright infringement notice from the boy at Twitter, our Twitter ownership. Okay. Big up. You can connect with us on Instagram at Ballchat Podcast. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Come on, Junior. Big up on yourself, family. A long time not seen us. So bless up to all listeners. Look for more.
Later.
Bye.